Andariki namaskaramulu. Today is another good day. In fact, the very important milestone for our coursework. The title of this course itself is Sanaatana Dharma, and the series of talks that are going to happen now from none other than our Vice President Sanaatana Dharma, Dr. Visalakshu garu, will be concentrating on this Sanaatana Dharmam and Shodasa Samskaramulu, which is the title topic of our course. So today is the first course, and of course there will be some break, and from 3rd of next month onwards, there will be regular classes till she finishes for 1 or 2 weeks. So now let us pay our respects to our country by reciting Vande Mataram and proceed with Prarthana. Let us request Challa Chittibabu garu to recite Vande Mataram, please.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujala Malaya Jasi Talam Mataram Subra Josna Pulakitayaminim Pullakusumita Drumadala Shobhinim Suhasinim Sumadhura Bhashinim Sukhadam Varadam Mataram Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram. ధన్యవాదములండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు. Thank you so much for reciting Vande Mataram. Now let us proceed for Prarthana. Manisha ji, please.
Namaste everyone. Let us meditate for 1 minute. Let's chant Om for 3 times. Om. 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 Gananam tva ganapatigum havamahe. Kavim kavinam upamasravastamam. Jyeshtarajam brahmanam brahmanaspata. Anashrunvannutibhis sidasadanam. Om Sri Mahaganadhipataye Namaha. Om Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhirvajinivati Dhinamavitriyavatu. Om Sri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Gurureva Gati Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave. Na Guru Paramam Sichurasmi Guru मतिरस्ति गुरौ मां पाहि गुरो ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवत्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्
శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః హరి ఓం. ధన్యవాదములండి మనీషా గారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. నౌ లెట్ us రిక్వెస్ట్ విశాలాక్షి గారు టు స్టార్ట్ ద వెబినార్ ప్లీజ్.
ఓం శ్రీ మహాగణాధిపతయే నమః. ఓం శ్రీ పార్వతీ రాజరాజేశ్వరాభ్యాం నమః. ఓం శ్రీ మేధా దక్షిణామూర్తయే నమః. ఓం శ్రీ మహాసరస్వత్యై నమః. ఓం శివాయ గురవే నమః. ఓం నమః శివాయ చ నమః శివాయ. ఓం నమః శివాయ. సభాయై నమః. సర్వేభ్యో నమో నమః. I am very happy that the second course of second level is going on very pleasantly and acquiring knowledge. All of you are enjoying. Now, actually, during last first level, I have already taught you Shodasa Samskaras. So, introduction of Sanaatana Dharma, how Sanaatana Dharma originated, how it spread, and certain topics I explained, and Shodas Samskaras in detail we have studied there. So now during this second level, I will explain some more topics regarding our Sanaatana Dharma. And also during the beginning of this second level, I remember that I have explained you the importance and greatness of Samskrita Bhasha. Did I explain you? Do you remember? Any of you answer, please.
You have already taught us.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes. So even though that point is considered here as the second point during this course, because I have already explained, I will skip that. Now I will explain you about Sanaatana Dharma. In the beginning, we knew already how it originated, what is meant by Sanaatana Dharma, what is Dharma, what is Satya, everything. And even then, just I want to stress a little about Satya, Dharma and all. Because already during first level, first course, when you have attended during first level, you knew about all the topics that are to be covered to know a little about Sanaatana Dharma. I explained approximately 28 points, 7 points plus during 8th point, I spoke about 22. So 22 plus 7, 29 topics. If we know a little, then we can say that we know something about our Sanaatana Dharma. Even that is a little only. Sanaatana Dharma is Agatha and Ananta. So I already explained that Samskrita Bhasha alone prevailed all over the earth since the starting of creation, since the creation. And also originally Sanaatana Dharma alone prevailed all over the world. But later on, how it got divided, everything I have explained you. Now there are several countries, several languages and all. Because Manu ruled our entire earth, and his children only are dividing all the land, whichever part they are getting, and thus several people came to that is started ruling this kingdom. So now I also gave you little introduction just by mentioning about the 4 Vedas, 4 Upavedas, then Shadangas, then Shaddarsanas, Itihasas, Puranas, then Upanishads, Dharma Shastras, and so many. All these topics together is called as Sanaatana Dharma. While explaining about Sanaatana Dharma, I said there are so many Shastras. And many of the Shastras, even we do not know the names also. A list of the Shastras are given in several Upanishads, in all Puranas and all. So now during second level, among the first to 7th point, I have explained in detail, of course, and from the 8th point, I explained the Shoda Samskaras during your first level. Now, during this second level, I want to explain a certain, a few 10 points or 9 points, because some Samskrita Bhasha we have covered 9 topics I will cover during this course. Then for third level and fourth level, there are so many other topics regarding Karma Siddhanta, Punarjanma, then Chaturvidha Purusharthas, then Chaturasrama Dharmas, Varna Dharmas, and so many other topics are there. So now during this second level, I want to give introduction about the Pravrutti Nivrutti Marga, which is given in the Vedas. Vedas teach us in the form of Vidhi and Nishedha, and also in the Marga, in the way of Pravrutti that is related to this world. Nivrutti means detachment. Then second point is the importance and greatness of Samskrita Bhasha that we have covered. Then third point is adherence to Satya and Dharma. Now, in the previous level, I explained in a very detailed manner about Satya and Dharma and varieties of dharmas. How many types of dharmas are there? Apat Dharma, Dharma Sutras, then Dharma Sukshmas, and also Samishti Dharma, Vyashti Dharma, Sankhika Dharma, the Prakriti Dharmas. Several points we already tried to understood. Now I want to discuss again about Satya and Dharma, because those two are the base of our Sanaatana Dharma. Now fourth point I want to tell you during this course is Sankalpa. Whenever we do our Nityanaimittika pujas also, every time we say Sankalpa. So what is meant by Sankalpa? How to tell Sankalpa? Then fifth point, I will explain you about Gotram and Pravaras. We must know our Gotra and our Rishis, Pravara. Then sixth point is importance of Go Brahmana. Go Brahmanebhya Sukhamastu Nityam Loka Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu, we say. Why and how? So that I will explain. Now next point would be Nitya Karmas and Naimittika Karmas. What are Nitya Karmas? Why we must do? Then eighth point would be Agni Aradhana and Yajna Samskruti. Now ninth point would be Kutumba Vyavastha, we say, the family system. So why our Sanaatana Dharma is considered as very great even by foreigners is due to our Kutumba Vyavastha and marriage vyavastha, marriage system, relation, importance of marriage relationship. Now, 10th point would be the place of women in our Sanaatana Dharma. So, out of these 10 topics, one topic we have covered. Now, second topic onwards, that is about Pravrutti, Nivrutti Margas given in our Veda in a very brief manner. I will explain. So, during third level, you can know about our Karma Siddhanta, doctrine of Karma, which is the base of our Sanaatana Dharma. Then Karma Siddhanta and Punarjanma Siddhanta both are interrelated. Then Chaturasrama, Chaturvarna, Trivarga, then Chaturvargas, that is Purusharthas. Then Pancha Runas, which are very important. With 3 depths, we would be taking birth, and after birth, again, 2 more depths, Runas, would come and join to us. So, every one of us must clear our depths before leaving this body and going away. Otherwise, again, we have to take birth. So, all these are, many more topics also are there. Bhakti, Jnana, Karma, Dhyana, Yoga, Upasana, Paddhatis, which is very important and very big topic, which covers about Jnana Marga, Karma Marga, Upasana Marga, Bhakti Marga, which is there as Anusyuta in all these. So that also would be known in detail at third level. Now, actually, the whole knowledge we got, that is all the branches of knowledge which is given to us by our kind-hearted Maharshis. With Loka Kalyana, Maharshis gave us it is such vast knowledge for the welfare of our mankind. So the entire Vaidika Vangmaya given to us by Maharshis is like the very big storehouse of knowledge. For lakhs of years, this Vaidika Vangmaya is being protected by Guru Sishya Parampara, by Sravana, teaching and learning. Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, Pravachana, that is Sravana and Adhyayana and Pravachana. Adhyayana, Pravachana, Swadhyaya, Pravachanapyam, na pramaditavyam, says the Upanishad. So, especially the Vedas are thus protected by oral teachings by Guru Sishya Parampara. Now, listening, contemplating on that, and going on repeating the mantras, reciting the mantras and teaching them to the disciples, and they would become gurus and teach to their disciples like that hereditarily. Paramparya of Guru Parampara is going on, and still now even it is existing, even though several times it got disturbed by foreign invasions. Turushkula Dandayatras, we say, then foreign rule and all. So ancient sages spoke about Pravrutti Marga and Nivrutti Marga. Maharshis taught us how to lead here in this life happily, attaining all the Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and even Moksha. We must try to get Moksha. So Jnana Devatu Kaivalyam, we say we must acquire correct Jnana, real knowledge. They paved the way to gain the real knowledge through this Dharma, Artha, Kamas, and leading a Dharmika, Sanatana, Dharmic way of life and become liberated. So here itself we must get liberated. So to lead a very happy life here is Pravrutti Marga, and the way of detachment, developing Jnana, Vairagya, and thereby getting Moksha is Nivrutti Marga. So Maharshis showed us a way of life here which is called as Sanaatana Dharma Marga. That is why all of us, we are being called as Sanaatana Dharma Anuyayis. Sanaatana Dharma Anuyayi. We follow that Marga, which is followed by our sages. By acquiring a few drops of this big ocean-like knowledge, many persons became very famous philosophers, scientists, and great personalities, great persons. So through them, this knowledge, the Jnana Ganga is flowing, and also it is being passed away. It is passing to the next generations. So that is why knowledge is called as Saraswati. Sru Sara means to flow. Sarati iti Saraswati. We worship that knowledge as Goddess Saraswati Mata, and also in the form of river. Vedas speak about Vithi and Nishethas, I said. Vithi means what is to be done. So the Vedas are called as Prepu Samhita. We oblige and we must follow the dictums given by Veda Mata. So we have to follow without questioning. And the Parakasta, that is the zenith, we say, of all the Vithis is to practice Dharma and to speak Satya. That is the Parakasta. So we must know a little. The zenith of all the Nishethas is not to approach Adharma, Asatya. That is not to do any sort of unrighteous deeds, never to tell lie. So Satya is the highest marga which we have to follow, Vithi, and that is the highest peak of all the knowledge, we can say. Then Nivrutti Marga, the Nivrutti Marga is of course getting Vairagya and detachment, but Atharma, Vithi and Nishetha. So the peak of Nishetha is never to even think of Asatya, Atharma. So Pravritti Marga is to lead life here very happily, enjoying all the desired fruits through Dharma Marga. So Nivrutti Marga is detachment, developing Vairagya and thereby acquiring Jnana and to get moksha, liberation. So the first part of Vedas, the teachings of Vedas are Pravritti Marga, we can say. All the first, that is, Vedas are divided into each Veda. 4 Vedas are there, I say, and each Veda is divided into 4 parts. Mantra Bhaga or Samhitas, Brahmanas, Aranyakas and Upanishads. Except Upanishads, all the 3 parts of Vedas, they speak about Pravritti Marga, how to lead life here happily. The 4th part, Upanishad speaks about Jnana Marga, that is Nivrutti Marga. So our Maharshis advised us in a very great scientific knowledge they gave us, and also gave us the Shastra Jnana to lead a happy life here on the earth and also acquire heavenly abodes. Paratra, Paraloka, we say. Swarga, etc. So many divine lokas are there. Hereafter, after leaving this body, we must acquire, try here to attain those abodes also. So by studying the Upavedas, Vedas, Upavedas, Shadangas and all, we get the capacity to study Vedas. So already all of you knew about Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Atharvana Veda, their division and what all topics are being taught in the Upanishad, in the Vedas. Then the parts of Vedas, Upavedas, Vedangas, Darsanas, I think all these topics you have covered, and then Upanishads also. So all the 4 Vedas consist mantras, yajus and samas. So mantras are stotras, that is praising all the deities. We can say they are the windows, the channels to reach Paramatma, Parabrahman, the Nirguna Niranjana Tattva. So through the worship of all Devendra, Indra Sukta is there, Surya Bhagavan, then Agni Deva, then Java, Prithvi, Pu Sukta, Ila Sukta, etc. Several suktas are there through which we worship Parabrahman, the Nirguna Brahma. Then, of course, these yajus means the Veda mantras. We utilize these Veda mantras and do yajna, because ours is Yajna Samskruti. You are going to know in detail. we do yajna, yagadi, kratus, offer the oblations and everything, havis there, and gods will be pleased by taking these offerings. So that is called as Yajus. Yajurveda is giving about the knowledge of Yajus there. Then Samaveda speaks about Samas. Samagana Priya Kavai Deva Kavise. All the gods are very much pleased by Samagana. At the end, we, after completing all the process of celebrating, performing this yaga, at the end, the priests would sing Samagana, they say, the same mantras which are there in Rigveda, and a few others also. They are there in the Atharvana Veda and in the Samaveda, in both the Vedas. So in Samaveda, they chant the mantras through a particular swara, that is called as Samagana. So Samas are there. That is why mantras, Yajus and Samas are there in all the four Vedas. We call the Vedas as Trayi Veda. Now the four Upavedas are attached to four Vedas, are Ayurveda, Dhanurveda, Gandharva Veda and Stapatya Veda. And in place of Stapatya Veda, some people speak about Artha Veda, Artha Shastra, statecraft, Rajaniti and all. Kautilya wrote a very beautiful big grantha on Artha Shastra. So that is the authority of the branch of knowledge regarding statecraft and all. So the 6 parts of Vedas, Shadangas, they are Siksha, Vyakaranam, Chendo, Niruktan, Jyotishan, Tatha, Kalpas, Cheti, Shadangani. These 6 are the Shat Angas of Vedas. Different sages studied Vedas and explained about Jivatma, Paramatma, Prakriti and the interrelation between them, and they tried to find out actually what is the ultimate truth. So they spoke about the path to get a liberation from their own viewpoints, everybody, through their own perspective and understanding of all these topics, Prakriti, Jivatma, Paramatma, main. So the 6 orthodox systems, Astika, Darshanas, Nyaya, Vaiseshika, Sankhya, Yoga, Purva Mimamsa and Uttara Mimamsa. 6 darshanas developed and 3 Nastika darshanas also, Charvaka, Jaina, Bauddha matas. So they also became famous, and all these are in our Sanaatana Dharma only. So because these 3 Nastika darshanas do not believe in the authority of Vedas, they are called as Nastika. Those who believe in the authority of Vedas are called as Astika. So Astika darshanas. The essence of Vedas is also given in the form of itihasas, Srimad Ramayana and Mahabharata. And also in 18 Puranas they gave, and Upapuranas also are there. Dharma Shastra Granthas are there. Many Kavya, Nataka, Chimpu, etc. Different Granthas also are there. Then several Upasana Granthas are there. All these came into existence, giving different methods of worshipping God in many names and forms and all. So with all these Vedas, Upavedas, Vedangas, Darshanas, Itihasas, Kavyanataka, Sahitya, Prakriyas and all the Shastra Granthas and original Granthas of all the branches of education, knowledge, including even medicine, engineering, law, and even computer science, we can say everything, they exist in Vedas in mantra, as mantra form, in sutra form. Later, they are being developed by Maharshis, and Maharshis wrote big granthas. Basing on them, several scientists and so many other great people, personalities, they have translated them into different languages. They have developed different systems and all. So, and all these are there in Samskrita Bhasha only. So because all these are there in Samskrita language, Bhasha, we must study Sanskritam thoroughly. And also because it is Sanskritam is the Deva Bhasha, divine language, Devanagara Lipi, we say the script. So this is our real original knowledge. So all of us should learn, must learn Samskrita Bhasha, and we must try to acquire knowledge of our Vaidika Vangmaya. So to learn the Samskrita language, first we must know the greatness of Samskrita Bhasha. That is why in the beginning itself, I have explained you about the greatness and importance of Samskrita Bhasha. So thus the Maharshis advised us to do yajna, dana, tapaha, etc. These are all the karmas which purify by which we purify ourselves. Chitta Suddhi, we say, is the purpose of observing all these. So by doing such yajnadana tapa karma natyajyam karyamevahi. Yajnodanam tapas chaite pavanani manishinam, said Paramatma in Bhagavad Gita. So for getting Chitta Suddhi, we must do all these things. And because we already discussed about Samskrita Bhasha, now I will leave that. And third point, now we will go. So the third point is adherence to Satya and Dharma. So what is meant by Satya? What is meant by Dharma? Why we have to be always speaking truth and following Dharma, that we must know. Adherence means to practice, to stick to Satya and Dharma. So Vedas advised us to adhere to Satya and Dharma, and they commanded us Satyam Vada, Dharmam Chara. Always speak truth only and always follow Dharma. Do Dharmika Marga should be followed. Now we should know what is Satya, what is Dharma. I already explained in the general manner, but now Satya is actually that which is being done with Trikaranas, with Manaka, Manovakayas, we say. These three are the Trikaranas. Trikarana Suddhi, we say. We must follow Satya. So what is Satya? Which is Trikala Abhathita, the truth which exists in Vartamana Kala, in Bhuta Kala, in Bhavishyat Kala. In all three Kalas, actually Kala is only one, but we are dividing Kala for our purpose, for the happy living, way of living. We have divided Kala and we said past tense, the time which has passed away to us is past tense for us. That may be future to somebody who are going to take birth. That may be present when they are living. So like that Kala, even this is temporary and also relative, we say Tatkalika and also relative. It is not permanent one, but Kala is permanent. The division is impermanent. So Trikala Abhathita is Satya, that which exists in all three Kalas. Satyahino Vrutha Puja, Satyahino Vrutha Japaha, Satyahino Tapo Vyartham, Ushare Vapanam Yatha, say Suti. It is there in Manudharma Shastra, I think, maybe, or in some other Grantha. So Ushara Kshetra means the barren land. If we plant the seeds in Ushara Kshetra, even though it may rain, the Kshetra itself is not potent to give birth. This seed cannot take the form of sprout. So just as the planting the seeds in Ushara Kshetra, barren land, similarly without Satya, whatever pujas we do, whatever japas we do, tapa we do, all these are waste. So following Satya must be vrata for us. So following Satya, we have to do puja. With the Satya, we must do japa, following Satya, that is, be always adoring and following, speaking truth only. We must do tapas also. Then all these will become fruitful. So Satya is that which never changes with the change of time or person or place. So they are called as Shasvata Satyas. There are certain Satya always be Trikala Abhathita only. That itself is Satya. Even then we say Satya, Satya. Sat means to be, Ya means to go. So that which is permanently existing and at that same time that which is changing, even that is Satya, they said. In the Upanishad itself, it is given as Satya Tyatcha Satyam Abhavat. So there they spoke about the Pancha Bhutas. Two Bhutas are Akasha and Vayu. They do not have any form. Whereas Prithvi, Apas, Teja, these three are having even Rupa. So thus also they have divided and they said that is Satya, this is Tyat, changing. Even though all these five are changing and permanent also, with different viewpoints. Satyameva jayate nanrutam, satyena pantha vitato devayanaha, yena kramat rishayo kyapta kamaka, yatra satyaha, yatra sat satyam paramam nidhanam is Veda mantra. So the truth wins, always Satyameva jayate. That we took in our Sanaatana Dharma, in our Bharat Desha as our emblem. So Satyameva jayate nanrutam, na anrutam. Anruta, abadha, asatya will never win. Only Satya wins. That is the meaning of that. So the path, Satyena Pantha Vitatu Devayanaka, the Deva Margas, the path of gods is seen by truth only. By following Satya only, we can reach gods, godhood, divine. We can become divine people also. So the sages became Apta Kamas. Apta Kama means what all desires are there, they have already acquired. So there is no desire at all for them to obtain anything. They are Apta Kamas. So for them nothing is to be obtained. So they followed Dharma Marga and by that only they became Apta Kamas. So if we follow Dharma Marga, all our desires would be fulfilled. There would not be even a single desire for which we strive for. So we would become Apta Kamas. So thus we can obtain Paramatma, we can reach God, Parabrahman also. Because Paramatma is Satya. Satyam itself is called as Parabrahman. Paramatma is Satya Swarupa. Satya itself is God. Satyameva Bhagavan, we say. Bhagavan, God is Satya. So Dharma is also Dharmameva Bhagavan, we say. Dharma itself is God. God is Dharma. So the truth and righteousness, that is Satya and Dharma, these two are two sides of the same coin. So in fact, there is no difference between Satya and Dharma, yet a small difference is there. Just like the two sides of a coin. They are like we say in our Telugu, Bomma and Borusu. So like that, both are same. Nahi Satyat Paro Dharmo. There is no other dharma than Satya. Satyani minchina dharmam ledu, as we say. Even though both are same, we stress on Satya. And following Satya is dharma. Dharma means duty. So in that sense they said. So there is no other dharma than Satya. So like dharma, even satya is of manifold. We already explained different karas, different hands, focuses, rays of satya and dharma also in our previous first level. Then satyam trayodasha vidham sarvalokeshu bharata. It is explained, it is there in Mahabharata, this sentence. Satya is seen with trayodasha vidham, in 13 ways. That is, satya got 13 qualities. So to possess these 13 qualities is to possess satya. So satyam cha samata chaiva damascha na samshayaha atma sat amat sat amatsaryam na matsarya bhava amatsaryam kshama chaiva hrihi titiksha anasuyata tyago dhyanam atharyatvam atha aryatvam dhrutischa satatam daya ahimsa chaiva rajendra satyakaraka trayodasha. Is this poem is there in Mahabharata, Vyasa Bharata. So for dharma, we spoke about the dharmam dashavidham. We have taken the sloka Thruti Kshama Damosteyam etc. from Manusmriti, and that I explained during first level. Now Satya also got 13 points, 13 ways or 13 characteristics or 13 hands, we can say. Satya itself is Satya's one of the karas, we can say. Satya, Samata. Samata is equanimity, considering everything as Atma. Then Damaha, Dama and Shema, I have already explained you. So Dama is sense control, external sense control. Pancha Jnanendriyas, Pancha Karmendriyas are there. Tvak, Chakshu, Srotra, Jivha, Ghranas, 5 Jnanendriyas. Vak, Pani, Pada, Payu, Upasthas are 5 Karmendriyas. So controlling them is Dama. Then Shama means Antarindriya Nigraha. Mano, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara. In fourfold form, Antaranga exists. Broadly, we say Manas, mind, Manayeva Manushyanam, Karanam, Bantha Mokshayo, etc. So then Amatsaryam also. Amatsarya means Matsarya Bhava should not be there. Matsarasya Bhavam Matsaryam. Normally, many people, they become Duryodhana got Matsarya Bhava. That is why finally he perished. Becoming envious, seeing the good prosperity, well-being of others is Matsarya. Not bearing the good of others is Matsarya Bhava. Then we must have Kshama, forbearance, pardoning nature. Then Cha Eva means Chaiva. Again, Hri means bashfulness. To be very humble, to be bashfulness is the Sahaja Lakshana of every human being, especially girls and women, we say. One must always feel bashful to do atharmika karmas. There 3 words. Then titiksha. Kshama and titiksha, a minor difference is there. Both means forbearance, kshama guna only. Titiksha is enduring sufferings. Titiksha. In kshama, it is only pardoning, excusing even others' mistakes or blunders or something. Whereas titiksha means having the power to endure sukha dukkha's calamities, everything, and pardoning also others. Then anasuyata. Asuya is also like matsarya, a bad, evil quality. Then not having asuya is anasuya. Anasuya Mata, we remember. So, Tyagaha, in a very detailed manner, I explained about Dana and Tyaga and the difference also in the previous level. So, Tyaga, completely, when any person needs anything which is there with us, we must immediately give it away to them. That is Tyaga Guna. Then Dhyanam, to meditate upon Paramatma and good qualities is Dhyana. Atha, Then Aryatvam. Aryatva is Rujumarga Pravartana. To be honorable person, to be a respectable person is Aryatva. Then Dhruti, I explained already. Dhruti means firmness. If we undertake any work, we must be very firm. Firmly we must stand. We must not get disturbed by any sort of other outside effects. Then Satatam Daya, always we must be compassionate towards all living beings, all living creatures and human beings and all, having Daya, sympathy, pity. Daya and Dakshinya we say. Daya means showing sympathy, but Dakshinya is having Dakshatva Bhava, having the power to remove their distress, their agony, their sorrow. That is Dakshinya. Both we must possess. Then Ahimsa, not afflicting anybody either physically or mentally. So following Ahimsa Vrata is very great, but at the same time, Dharma Himsa is also duty of us. Whenever any person tries to afflict our Dharma, our deities and the places of our devatas, devalayas, we must definitely follow Himsa Marga also. That is not to be called as Himsa at all when we do for protecting our Dharma. So thus Ahimsa is also one of the characteristics of Dharma. So following all these and acquiring all these gunas is practicing following Satyam. So Satyam is having all these 13 qualities. Satyam means to speak truth as it is. Yathartha Bhashanam Satyam, we say. To speak what is there exactly, without any hypocrisy. Then we say, some people, Usaravelli, they say, they change the colors, they change their words according to the situations and persons. That is not Satya. So cunningness and hypocrisy should never exist in the minds of any of us. So Sat means to be. Satya is that which exists. So Samata means equanimity. I said considering everyone with equal feelings befitting to their upadhis. Considering everything, everyone equally does not mean that wrong idea should not enter. So except the wife to a person, all other women must be either mothers or sisters like that, not the patnis, samatva. Samatva means considering only the Chaitanya, Chit-Shakti, which is existing in all living creatures, in all human beings and in the whole universe. So that is Samatva, Samadarshitva. And also, Paramatma said, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shunichaiva Svepakecha Panditaka Samadarsinaka. There it means they are seeing only that divinity, the Chaitanya, Chit-Shakti in all creatures, in all human beings. Vidya Vinaya Sampanna Brahmana, a great, revered, respectable Brahmin endowed with knowledge, modesty and all. Just as he is seen, the Shvepaka also, that dog's meat eater, he also should be seen equally. Means the Chaitanya exists, the Prana Shakti exists in all human beings equally. So that Chit Shakti, Paramatma Shakti must be seen in all living creatures with the difference of upadhis. Upadhi Bheda is always there. Elephant is elephant only, mosquito is mosquito only. So like that. So the Jnanis consider everyone equally with seeing not the, just as the goldsmith sees only gold in all the ornaments. He never sees this is bangle, this is chain, this is this, that and all. So seeing the one thing, oneness in all, that is Samata we say, that is Samatva, Samadarshitva. So to consider pleasures and pains, honor and dishonor, everything good and bad, happiness or sorrows, everything equally is sthita prajnatva, dvandvatita sthiti, as it is explained in Bhagavad Gita. So that is called as sthita prajnatva. Sthita prajnatva. Prajna means knowledge. Dukkeshu anudvigna manaka, sukheshu vigata spruhaka, vitaraga bhaya krodhaka, sthitathir muni ruchyate, says Gita. So such a person is called as Muni. So Sri Krishna Paramatma said in Bhagavad Gita, Samatvam yoga uchyate. Samatva is yoga. Yoga means yuja. Yuja to unite. Yoga is actually to unite one with other. Unite Jivatma with Paramatma is yoga. So the Trikaranas, Manas, Vak and then Kaya, body, should always be in equanimity. All these three should be in a straight line. We must follow Samatva in that. That is Samatva, Trikarana Suddhi. So actually, Samankaya Siro Grivam, another sloka is there in Bhagavad Gita. While explaining yoga posture, the sadhaka must sit in a straight manner so that his back, his body, his neck and head must be in a straight line. It also means our three karanas should be in a straightforward line, not only just the body. Manasu, Vaku, Karma. So that is to unite them. So then Dhamma, Indriya Nigraha, then I already explained Samadhamma, then Amatsarya, Matsarasya Bhavam, Matsaryam we say. Matsaratva means not to endure if others are happy. So envious, jealous feelings would be coming, and we must take care that they should never enter into us. So, and then I explained about Kshama and Titiksha also. Difference is there, and even though many hurdles are coming, hardships are coming in our endeavor, we must not stop our work. We must bear all of them till we reach the goal. So till we achieve the aim of our work. So that is Titiksha. Kashta Sahisnuta, we say. Sahana Guna is Titiksha. Three also I explained then Anasuyata, Tyaga, Rantideva is the best example for Tyaga Guna. I think I already explained it to you in the previous class. And also Tyagena Aikena Amritatva Manasu says the Upanishad. Even by Tyaga only one can get immortality. Dana is also good, and several ways of how to donate is also given in Taittiriya Upanishad. Shriyadeyam, Kriyadeyam, Piyadeyam, Samvidadeyam, etc. I think I already explained all these points. So, Tyaga Guna is very great, and Dana Guna is very great, and Tyaga is much more greater than even Dana Guna. So, Adatva Madrisho Mapuh Datva Tvam Twadrisho Bhava, says a beggar. I think I already explained this also while speaking about Dana Guna. So thus Paramatma can be obtained by following all these 13 qualities, possessing them and following them. This is all Pravritti Marga, we can say, because by following this Satya and Dharma, we want to acquire pleasures, happiness, very happy life, good life partner, wife, husband, good children, good friends, high position, then all the prosperity and property, sevakas, then fame we want to acquire. All these we can get by Satya and Dharma. This is the way of life given by Maharshis as Pravritti Marga, we can say. Then Paramatma, that is Upanishads speak about Nirguna Niranjana Tattva, Parabrahma Tattva. So how to acquire this? This is by also idol worship is also given to us by our Maharshis only to reach that sort of detachment. and also developing jnana. So with to concentrate our mind and senses, we need something, and that is given in the form of idols with nama, rupa, and with a mantra to chant and to concentrate on the qualities, divine qualities of a God, divinity. Then through that we slowly, gradually gain the knowledge and come to know that all these are temporary, all these are that is the pleasures and happinesses we are enjoying in this world. They are dukkha sammisrita, endowed with dukkha. They are aparitrupta, they never give satisfaction to us. They are tatkalikas, they are all only temporary, not permanent happiness. So after enjoying a lot of pleasures, definitely a person when gains knowledge, recognizes these truths, then he renounces and he wants to get moksha through jnana. So that is how several methods are given even for that. That is called as nivrutti marga, given by our Maharshis in the Vedas itself. And also Patanjali Maharshi gave us the yoga darshana. There he spoke about yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, ashtanga marga, eightfold method, way of life, through which we can attain, we can see Parameswara, Paramatma. Now, Aryatva, I said one of the qualities, Arya means respectable person. So those who are great, worthy to be respected are called as Aryas. Rukmini Mata says, Arya Mahadeviyun Nannu Nannerunga, that is, she is praying. She wanted to marry Sri Krishna Paramatma, and she prayed Ambika Devi, Parvati Devi, Jagannatha, and she thought that whether that goddess also knows my heart or no. So there she addressed that Mata Adiparashakti as Arya Mahadevi, the most respectable divine being. And also Dhruti, I said it is having courage, steadiness, persistence. So to do the works and achieving the goal is through Dhruti. So it is very essential for all of us. Capacity to withstand the hardships that come on the way of attaining any goal is, so that capacity is called as Dhruti. So daya means paradukha asahishnutvam daya. So if others are sorrowful, we automatically become sorrowful, because the daya, pity arises in us. So that nature is called as daya. And bhuta daya is also daya on co-human beings. Then bhuta daya is daya, pity, sympathy on all living beings, birds, beasts, and all. So ahimsa is not troubling anyone, either physically or mentally. Non-violence, we say. But Shastra says ahimsa paramo dharmaka, and at the same time dharma himsa tathaivacha. So we must be very careful in knowing, distinguishing between what is dharma and adharma, what is satya and asatya. So those who possess all these characteristics are called as Satyavratas. So that is Satyavrata. Satya Harishchandra, he followed this Satya. So he became famous as Satya Harishchandra. Satya is given as an epithet to his name. So Satyam Brahma Tapas Satyam Swargam Satyena Gacchati says. So by Satya we can obtain heaven. Satya is Brahman. Satya is penance. Tapas. Satya is penance is Satya. Satya is also penance. So Satyam Damas Tapas Shaucham Santosho Krihi Kshema Arjavam Kshemarjavam Jnanam Shemo Daya Dhyanam Esha Dharma Sanaatana. Following all these qualities, it is called as our Sanatana Dharma. So Maharshi say that to follow Satya, Dharma, Sema, Dama, Tapas, Shaucham, Dana, Santosha, Krihi. Then Arjava, Kshama, Rujutva, Jnana, Dhyana, etc. All these are called as Sanatana Dharma. Ayameva hi Paramo Dharmam, Yad Yogena Atma Darsanam. So, if finally, the final goal of human life is to get Atma Sakshatkara by Yoga Sadhana. Yogena Atma Darshanam Paramo Dharma. So, our final dharma is to get Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. Now, the fourth point we can say is Sankalpa. So, after knowing about Sankalpa, I will stop for today, and all of you, whatever doubts you got, you can ask me. So, this Sankalpa means whenever we do any puja, even Nitya puja, Nitya karmas, then Naimittika pujas and all, vratas, homas, and even Pitrukaryas, Daivakaryas, in the temples also, the priests speak about Sankalpa. They also say Sankalpa. Even we individuals always speak Sankalpa. When Samuhika pujas, vratas, yajnas, etc. are done, even then the priest says Sankalpa for Loka Kalyana. So Sankalpa is very essential. That is why we all are taking Sankalpa and telling Sankalpa, because it is essential to tell who is doing that karma and what and how we are doing, at what time we are doing, with what purpose, aiming for which we are doing that kratu. So all these are to be explained. Why somebody may question, Paramatma is all knower, he is sarvajna, then why to tell? He knows that I am telling. Yes, Paramatma is Sarvajna, Sarvavit also. Even then, we must say Sankalpa, because Paramatma knows everything. Even then, we have to say, because depending upon this Sankalpa which we are telling, we are taking, Paramatma gives us the fruits of those karmas. So with what sort of desire we are doing, it must be explained clearly. Then at the same time, who is doing, at what time, what place is also is very essential, as if it is recorded. If we go to office, we do all these, that is, who is doing what sort of karma, records they maintain. Similarly, even Paramatma, assistants of Paramatma are noting down all these things. So, to either to enjoy or suffer the results of the actions we are doing, we say the Sankalpa and made it a sort of record, so that Paramatma can give the correct fruit of the actions done by us. That is why we say our Tithi, Samvatsara, Tithi, Vara, Nakshatra, then Paksha, Masa, and also the day also we mention when we are doing everything, and the place at where we are staying and telling this Sankalpa, even that we say, and our Gotra Namas, Vyavaharika Namas and all. Gotra also we say. So that is Sankalpa. So moreover, elders say that Sankalpa Bala is very much needed to know Satyam Brahma Tapas Satyam. So the meaning of this Sankalpa, that is, elders say that our Sankalpa Bala makes us yield the fruits of the actions we do. Sankalpa, willpower we say. Schopenhauer, a foreign philosopher, also said it is the willpower making people get success in life. So our Sankalpa must be very strong. Sometimes we say, due to my Sankalpa Bala, I could achieve it, I could reach a time like that. So Sankalpa is very essential. The meaning of Sankalpa is to desire and to express in front of God what we want to get by doing certain rituals. Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu, we say. That is, in my mind, all auspicious feelings must come into my mind. Let good thoughts, auspicious thoughts alone come into my mind always. By that prerana, because our mind is willing very strongly, those desires become true. By our willpower, we can achieve that. So God gives strength to the sankalpa, so we can achieve the goals, not just by our sankalpa. When Paramatma's will is there, then only we can achieve. So to tell sankalpa is to tell about ourselves. While telling sankalpa at the time of Nitya Pujas, every day we do the pujas. Then at that time we do Achamana, recite Keshwanamas and all, do Bhutochatana mantras and all. Then say Brahma Karma Samarape. I am starting to do the work of Brahman, that is God, Paramatma. To think that whatever actions we do, we are doing them with the intention and confidence that that karma will lead us to good. All these are the duties given to us by God. So I am doing these works given by God to me because it is my duty. So whatever desires I desire, they are all dharmikas. So God must fulfill them. So then when we are able to do any work, actually when God gives us the capacity to do that work only we are doing. Otherwise we cannot do any work. So Parameswara Preetyartham we say, because to please Parameswara, Paramatma, we are doing Sri Parameswara Preetyartham, Sri Parameswaram Uddisya. And intending Parameswara, we are doing this puja. Elders taught us and made it a habit to tell Sankalpa after doing pranayama. So we must control the breath. We must develop controlling breath. Inhale and exhale, stopping there a while, little, and then exhale. So by that, the prana shakti in our body also increases and we can concentrate. And all the organs of our body function with full prana shakti. So before doing this puja, taking sankalpa and all, Maharshis asked us to do pranayama thrice minimum. While taking pranayama, we acquire prana shakti. And also Kesava namas we utter. Om Kesavaya Namaka, Om Narayanaya Namaka, Om Madhavaya Namaka. Only with these three namas we take thrice the water inside, then wash the hands before and wash the hands later also. Why only those three namas are given to take water inside, and why to do achamana, that is called as achamana. Why we do achamana is also because we are sitting there to do a certain process of either puja or vrata, yaga and all. We must have the capacity to sit firmly. So taking water inside gives us power, strength, energy. And also with the mantras of Keshavanamas. Ka Keshavaya Namaka starts with the Kakara. Akuha Visarjaniyanam Kantaka. I already explained all these while explaining about Cheturdasa, Maheswara Sutras and all. So Kantha, the throat will bloom. It becomes broad by uttering the name Keshava, Kakara, Kakanga. Then Narayanaya Namaka, Tatha Tantyaka. So even all the Mukha, the Kanta, the Dantya, and also Madhavaya, Ma, Papa, Bapa, Ma, they are palatals. So the lips, the kantha, the middle of the mouth and the lips, everything, they become powerful and they bloom and they become vyakocha, we say. So for the sake of that, with those 3 namas only, we do achamana and take water inside. And later, Kesava namas, all other namas we utter, and then we do, of course. So by doing this pranayama, our mind and body become pure, and also our health increases. Then if at all any sin is there, that sin would be dropped away. It would decrease. Then we can concentrate on the work we are doing. In our Sankalpa, we say, Mamopata Samasta Duritakshaya Dwara, Sri Parameswara Prityartham, Sri Parameswara Muktichya, Uddishya, Shubhe Sopane Muhurte, Sri Mahavishnu Rajnaya Pravartamanasya, Adya Brahmanaha Dvitiya Pararthe Svetavara Kalpe Vaivaswata Manvantare Kali Yuge Prathama Pade Jambudvipe Bharatavarse Bharatakande Meruh Dakshina Digbhage, like that wherever they are, the place they say Sri Sailasya Isanya Pradese, Krishna Godavaryo Matsya Pradese, or whatever the rivers in between the place where we are staying, Bharatavarshe, Bharatakande, like that we must say. Suppose we are at some other place, that we can say. Nowadays people are at foreign also. So that Sankalpa also they can say Sri Sailasya Isanya Vayavya Pradese, etc. Then Krishna Godavaryo Matsya Pradese we say normally, we people. Then Swagruhe or Vasati Gruhe, wherever we are. Then any Divya Kshetra, if we are doing, recently we did Yaga at Sri Saila, Divya Kshetra, then that we must mention. Then Pavitra Pradeshe Devalaye something, Asmin Vartamana Vyavaharika Chandramanena, Sri Shopakrut Nama Samvatsare, Shopakrut, whatever Samvatsara occurs, that now at present Visvavasunama Samvatsare. So accordingly, we must say the name of the Samvatsara. Here we should say the present year, because every year the Nama would be changing. And also Uttarayana, Dakshinayana would be changing. So we must mention Uttarayane if it is Uttarayana. Now at present it is Uttarayana only. If it is Dakshinayana, we must say Dakshinayana, after July it comes. So then Shukla Paksha or Krishna Paksha, both the Pakshas, month is divided into 15 days, you know, all of you. So accordingly we must say, and also that day's Tithi and Vara, everything, Tithi, either Panchami, Shashti, Saptami, whatever may it be, then Vara also, Induvasara, Bhruguvasara, like that, whatever day comes. Then Supha Yoge, Supha Karane, Evanguna Viseshana Visishtayam, we say. After that, we tell our Gotra and our name. Suppose Haritasa Gotra, then our Nakshatra also. Suppose Haritasa Gotrodbhavasya, Sravana Nakshatra Sanjatasya, Eda Radha Krishna Sarma Namathayasya, like that some, whatever may be, when we are doing, we must say Haritasa Gotrodbhavaka, if male. So like that, accordingly, according to male, female persons, whoever are doing, what are their nakshatras and gotra, we must say, then nakshatra, then the name of Yajamani, he says his name, and Dharma Patni Sametasya, he says, Saha Kutumbanam, also we say, then Saha Kutumbanam, Kshema, Sthairya, Dhairya, Virya, Vijaya, Apaya, Arogya, Ayurdaya, Saupagya, Aishwarya, Apivrutyartham, we say. All these are wanted by us. We want to get Kshema and also Ananda. Also we include, besides Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. These 4 are the main aims for which we must do. And at the same time, we can wish for longevity and health, wealth, happiness, saubhagya for women, etc. So, Dharmartha, Kama, Moksha, Chaturvidha, Phala, Purushartha, Siddhyartham, Ishtakamyartha, Siddhyartham. Whatever desires we want, they also must be acquired. Then Sadbuddhi, Sadbhavana, Satpravartana Satsangatya Praptyartham. We must say, we must always acquire Sadbuddhi. We must have good ideas. Then Sadbhavanas must come to us. Our Pravartana must be righteous. And we must always acquire friendship with Sadjanas. Sat, that we must say in Sankalpa. Then after saying all this big Sankalpa, we say Karma Karishye. I am doing this work. Karishyami, if we are doing for others, then Karma Karishye. We should mention whatever karma we are doing. And then at that time, women also say, can say Yava Jiva Saumangalya Sityartham, they can say. So, and this Nitya Pujan Karishye, Naimitika Pujan, Vinayaka Vrata, Varalakshmi Vrata, like that, whatever we are doing, we must say, and at the same time, Yatha Sikti Dhyana Avakanadi, Shodasopachara Pujan Karishye, we say to either Ganapati or Jagannatha or whomever we are worshipping. So, so saying, we must take a little akshatas and pour water in the hand and leave that. So that it is, we are pouring with water, the akshatas means it is taking sankalpa. It is taking a sort of vow. Dana also would be given with the water only. So this is called as sankalpa, to take sankalpa. While telling Gotra and Nama, one should say in which Manvantara, which Kalpa, Sweta Varaha Kalpe, we are saying Yuga, Kali Yuga, now at present. Which Pada, now we are in Prathama Pada, so we have mentioned. Then Dvipa, where Navadvipas are there. Now we are in Jambu Dvipa. Then which Varsha, Nava Varshas are there, Sapta Dvipas are there, Nava Varshas are there. So we are in Bharata Varsha. Then Khanda, parts are there, Bharata Khanda. Then which part? East part, west part, north part, south part of our Bharat Desha, we can mention wherever we are staying at that time. When suppose we are staying here at Andhra Pradesh or Telangana, we went to Kasi, then we must say that is northern part only. So in Sankalpa, Uttara we must say not our. So accordingly we must tell the completely the Sankalpa. So we must also mention the Paksha, Sukla Paksha, Krishna Paksha, then Tithi, Padyami to Paurnami, Amavasya, all these are Tithis, then Vara, Sapta, Varas are there, Induvasara, starting from Bhanuvasara, Adivara we say, Sunday. So he or she is doing this Sankalpa, which karma, whatever karma we are doing, even that we must mention, and with a special intention. If any is there, even that can be. Sometimes some people do certain pujas or kratus for the sake of the marriage of their children, or for getting a high position or jobs or something, or if they are in poverty for acquiring money, there is nothing wrong. That the Sankalpa, we can say that also. So in the Dharmika, Dharmabhatha Marga, we can fulfill all our desires. Dharma kamas are very much required for us and also permitted, even by Paramatma. It is said in Gita also. So every individual should achieve Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, 4 aims of life. And Artha Kama must be obtained through Dharma for the sake of reaching Moksha. That is why already even this point I have explained. Dharma and Moksha, they kept at first and at the beginning and the end, and in between Artha Kamas are given. So, and after doing all the worship, then we say Sarvam Sri Parameswara Charanaravindar Thus we offer the fruit of the actions, this puja, complete to Parameswara, Paramatma. So it is the duty of God to give us whatever fruit we required for the actions we did, for the puja we did. So the phala pradata is always Paramatma. Our duty is only to wish and do the works, karmas. Paramatma will give us the result. So if we do Mahaganapati Puja, Mahaganapati Charana Aravindarpanamastu, Jaganmata's Puja, Vishnu Puja, Shiva Puja, whatever may it be. So we offer the fruit puja phala to that Paramatma only. So what all process went on, the complete phala is given to Shiva, Parameswara. So Nitya Puja, in Nitya Puja, we tell the whole Sankalpa, but special particular desires will not be expressed. So we need not have to tell Ishtakamyartha Siddhi or something. So, but in Naimittika Pujas, we can say with whatever desire we are doing. So particular pujas when we do. Elders say that if we do puja without sankalpa, that will not yield the result at all. If we do puja with the sankalpa, that desire will certainly be fulfilled. We can do such worship wishing the welfare of others, our relatives or other unknown people also who are in distress. We can do samuhika pujas, prarthanas, homas for the welfare of our country. Now our country is in such a need. So all of us are doing samuhika japas, tapas, pujas, homas, yajnas and all. For loka kalyana we have to do. Then when we go to Divya Kshetras and take dip in Tirthas, then also we must require the pujaris, pandas there to tell Sankalpa for us. So we should do Sankalpa Snana with Trikarana Suddhi. Then only we get the fruit of that. So if we do without any desire, then Chitta Suddhi would come to us. Chitta Suddhi is needed for getting correct jnana. So by going to pilgrimage, our mind becomes purified and Chitta Suddhi comes to us. Then at the end of puja, we offer this puja phala to God. So God will take care of us, our deeds. And Rakshanti Punyani Purakrutani, we say, whatever punya we have acquired, that comes to our rescue when we are in need of that. So, Vane Rane Setru Jalagni Mache Maharnave Parvata Mastakeva Suptam Premattam Vishamastitam Va Rakshanti Punyani Purakrutani. That is why we say some difficulty has come and we do not know how as a miracle it passed away. So that is the punya came to his rescue. So it is necessary to tell Sankalpa with Desha Kala Gotra Namas, then the fruit of Nitya Naimittika karmas, kratu, homas and all whatever we do. So our Sankalpa should always say that whatever demerits come due to any works we did either knowingly or unknowingly, then also for that we must do Kshama Yachana. Papoham, Papa Karmaham, Papatma, Papa Sampavaka, Pahimam Krupaya Deva Saranagata Vatsala. Anyatha Saranam Nasti, Twameva Saranam Mama. Tasmat Karunya Pavena Raksha Raksha Maheswara, Janardana, Parameswara, whatever may it be. So even this is to be followed after doing the whole puja. At the end of puja, we must say like that and then offer the result, fruit of the work to Paramatma. So King Dilipa could not get children for a very long time. So he went to his family priest Vasishtha Maharshi and requested him what to do. Then Vasishtha Maharshi, with his divine power, he could see what had happened with Divya Drishti. So he said, "Oh King Dilipa, you went to Swargaloka to pay homage to Devendra, and while after completing all the prayers, while returning back to your kingdom, you did not notice the Kamathenu sitting under a kalpa vriksha on the way, and you did not notice her, so you did not do a pradakshina namaskara and you did not pay homage namaskara to her. Prativatnatihi sreyaha puja puja vyatikramaha. Not respecting those who deserve respect stops the prospects to occur. So you, along with your queen Sudakshana, you do Goseva Vrata, he said. So after doing this Goseva Vrata, King Dilipa got a very worthy son Rakhu. By his name, the Vamsha is named as Rakhu Vamsha. Such a great son has come because of the Sankalpa they did. So even King Dasaratha could not get children for a very long time. 60,000 years, they said. Then Vasishtha Maharshi advised King Dasaratha to do Aswametha Yaga and then Putra Kameshti. So he did these yagas and then he got children. Sri Ramachandra, Sakshat Sri Mahavishnu came as children to him, to Dasaratha Maharaja and to his queens. So Rishyasringa Maharshi made Dasaratha perform this yaga. So if the karma has to yield the fruit, the work should be done under the power of time, Kala, under the power of the place, Sala, and also Parameswara, the God. If the Yajamani, that is God, is satisfied, the fruit comes automatically to them. And those who do those karmas, they get the fruits. So while offering the fruit of karma to Paramatma, if one does the karmas to please the gods, Parameswara Prityartham, then because it is the duty he is doing, Kartavya, then automatically the result comes to them. So this is about Sankalpa. Here I stop. You can ask any doubts if you got. Then in next class, we will start with Gotra and Gotra. What is meant by Gotra, how Gotras came into existence, and how to tell our Pravara.
Namaskar. Okay, Babu garu, we can go for Pradhana now.
Yeah, we will go for Prarthana. Manisha ji.
ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सधनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतम् सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान् मा प्रमदः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु स्वस्ति
सर्वे जना सुखिनो भवन्तु स्वस्ति. ధన్యవాదములండి మనీషాజీ. Now let's go for జనగణమన. Chala Chittibabu garu, please.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद जय हिंद
जय हिंद. ధన్యవాదములండి చాలా చిట్టిబాబు గారు. Thank you so much. Now let us go for question and answer session. Anybody who wants to ask? Padmavati ji.
నమస్కారం అండి విశాలాక్షి గురువు గారు.
నమస్తే అమ్మా.
మిగతా అన్నీ క్లియర్ అయిపోయి మళ్ళీ చెప్పారు చక్కగాను. ఈ 7 ద్వీపాలు 9 వర్షాలు రాసుకోమా అండి, తర్వాత చెప్పే టైం ఉందా ఇప్పుడు?
ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పా కదమ్మా, లాస్ట్ టైం ఐ ఆల్రెడీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ యూ ఆల్ దీస్. యూ కెన్ లిసన్ టు దట్ అండ్ రైట్ డౌన్. ఇట్ టేక్స్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ టైం.
అలాగేనండి, సరే, ధన్యవాదాలు.
Okay. Anybody else wants to ask any question?
అమ్మా నమస్కారం అమ్మా.
నమస్కారం అండి.
సంకల్పంలో అంత శ్రీశైలస్య వాయువ్య ప్రదేశే కృష్ణా గోదావరి నద్యోః మధ్యప్రదేశే స్వగృహే సమస్త దేవతా బ్రాహ్మణ హరిహర గో గురుచరణ సన్నిధి ఆల్సో will add in the సంకల్పం. సమస్త దేవతా బ్రాహ్మణ హరిహర గో గురుచరణ సన్నిధి, that also will add in the beginning of the.
Yes, certainly. I add actually we, myself and my husband. Samasta Devata Brahmana Harihara Guru Charana Maheswara Sannithau, in presence of Shiva Parameswara. So we always add all these. It is there in Sankalpa. Yes.
Pantul garu.
Gurubhyo Namaha, Guru Garu.
చెప్పండి.
In the Sankalpas or some pujas, sometimes it will be called as Karishye, sometimes as Karishyami. Which is correct?
Both are correct. Karishye means I am doing. Karishyami means I am doing for the sake of my wife, my children, my husband, my relatives, my friends. It is only, you already knew about Parasmaipadi and Atmanepadi. Karishye is Atmanepadi, Dhatu, Rupa, verb. Karishyami is Parasmaipadi. That's all. Kru Dhatu is 8th conjugation, Upayapadi. So in both the ways we say. Karishya means I am doing for my sake. Karishyami means I am doing for others' sake.
Loka Kalyanartham means we should call as Karishyami. Or if it is inclusive of any all family members, it should be called as Karishyami. Am I right?
Yes, correct. Karishye, Karishyami, both are right only. Even for the welfare of others also, I am doing. So Karishye also we can say Karishyami is more appropriate while doing for others.
Karishyami is appropriate. Dhanyawad Guru Garu.
అమ్మా ఇంకోటి, if we are taking the assistance of somebody, we will say Anyonya Sahayena.
Yes, Anyonya Brahmana Sahayena. If we are doing yaga, Samuhika yagas, japas and anything, then one Dampati would be sitting as Yajamani on behalf of all the members, on behalf of all our entire Bharat, all Bharatiya, Sanaatana Dharmanuyais. But it is the priests, the Brahmins who are performing, making them do this kratu. Then Anyonya Brahmana Sahayena, we say. So by cooperation with the Brahmins, we are doing this. Yes, correct.
Okay. If there are no other questions, I stop the recording.
Yeah, you can stop recording. But then there's a question in the chat box. While explaining equanimity, Upadhi Veda also need to be kept in mind. Please explain Upadhi Veda in detail, please.
Upadhi means the body, that is all individuals. Upadhi is the instrument by which we do any work. My body is my Upadhi. Each and every individuals, all of you, your body, your Sharira is the Upadhi. Then all the animals, birds, beasts and all other Savara, Jangamatmaka, the whole universe creation, it is Upadhi only. So with the Upadhis we are doing. So my body is an instrument for me to do certain rituals or works. So father is there, mother is there, husband, wife, children, friends, co-fellow beings, etc. So that is called as the Upadhi. When Upadhi Bheda is not followed, a person may say all women as wife. It would be very wrong and unrighteous, adharma. So each one, and gurus would be there. Shishya, suppose he says Upadhi, all of us are same, equanimity is there. Even my guru is like me. If he says he gets a lot of sin, guru must be honored. Even his Upadhi, the body, is also to be honored. So father should be seen as father, mother would be seen as mother. Guru must be seen, treated with the Upadhi as guru. Whether the guru may be very young, students may be very old, even then the age never comes. Gunaha puja sthanam gunishu nacha lingam nacha vayaha, they say. And also when the guru means one who is giving knowledge is there, that person must be honored with even the Upadhi of the person must be honored. So that Upadhi Bhedas we must keep in mind and do the works while doing any work in our lives, in the society. Upadhi means the Deha. Upadhi means the patra, the vessel with which we are using. Even the bowl, the glass, whatever may be, we use, even that can be called. But mostly, Upadhi means the human body, animal body, bird body, where the life exists, where the Atma, Paramatma exists and makes us do the works through the Indriyas, through Pancha, Karmendriyas and Jnanendriyas and Antarindriya. So that which contains these, the Stula Sarira, Sukshma Sarira, Karana Sarira, together is called as the Upadhi. Is it okay?
ధన్యవాదాలు.
Okay. There is other question is, what is the nature and characteristics and development of our Indian philosophy? How does it differ from Western philosophy?
Western philosophers, they just whatever is seen, visible through Pratyaksha Pramana, that is whatever is visible to us, to our eyes, to the mind, whatever they are able to get, grasp, gain the knowledge, they discuss. But our Indian philosophy, we can say Tattva Jnana, our Maharshis, they not only saw with the eyes, that is our Pancha Jnanendriyas, and thought with the mind, Antarindriya and all, but they did a lot of penance. They went into deep meditative state where a sort of Rutambhara Prajna, a divine capacity, quality arose in them. Through that divine power, they could visualize the truth behind this nature, that tattva of each and every atom, article, object of the whole universe. They could know the tattva, the nature of all the things. And also they penetrated deep into inside, and they searched for the root cause, Moola Karana. That Moola Karana they explained as Paramatma, Parabrahman. So that is the difference. Outside, just even the scientists, they cannot penetrate deep into the depths by doing meditative state and developing the power and all. Scientists also do the experiments with whatever objects, articles, gases they got. With that, using their intellect and brain, they do the experiments. So, philosophy, our Tattva Jnana, Bharatiya Tattvika Darshana Jnana, starts where all these scientists stopped their knowledge and all the Western philosophers stopped their thinking and all. From there, our Maharshis reached to a very great high level. That is why even Greek philosophers and others, they adore our Maharshis and our Veda Vijnana, Vaidika Jnana and Indian philosophy, particularly Vedanta Darshana. Shankara's Advaita, somebody criticized, of course, because they could not understand what is meant by Maya Tattva at all. But many people, they appreciated and are following also this Advaita Tattva, which is there in the Upanishads and spoken by Gaudapadacharya and all, and propagated by Jagadguru Sri Adi Shankara Bhagavatpada.
Okay, that's all the questions in the chat box, Babu Garu. Yeah, Babu Garu.
Namaste, Mahodayi.
Namaste.
Can I speak, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Madam, we go to the pilgrimages and all for
Huh?
taking the whole pilgrimage.
Pilgrimage. Oh,
Yeah, holy places. And in those places, when we take a dip in the holy river, we have to do the sankalpa, isn't it? So
yes.
sometimes the priests are not available. Is it necessary that we take the sankalpa through priest or anybody, or we can take the sankalpa on our own?
Actually, it is always better to keep a priest, Panda, they say at UP place, and priest and Brahmagaru, as we say in our places, because they say properly, correctly. So that sankalpa gives strength to our that holy dip also. Suppose no priest, no Panda, no other Brahmin people are available, then if you know how to tell sankalpa correctly, we can tell. We can take sankalpa and take a dip also. Taking sankalpa is important.
Yeah. And sometimes we do the pujas also, no? But all the pujas, do we require a Brahmin to be kept? Or only like Satyanarayana Vratam and all we need?
Yes, only for Naimitika pujas we need Brahmin priests, Brahmagarus and all. For Nitya pujas we do. Normally, every day, everyone does the Nitya Puja, taking Sankalpa and everything. So, for Nitya Pujas, nothing is, no other person is needed. Family, wife, husband together can, husband alone can do, while wife is providing all the things needed and doing the mantra japa which is given to her. And ladies separately, wives can take Sankalpa and do the puja for the welfare of her husband, children, family members and herself and all. So we can do Nitya Puja, taking Sankalpa.
Okay, madam. Dhanyavad.
Okay.
There are no more questions.